Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and today we're talking about the Sword of Kahless on Deep Space Nine. We haven't had a good Worf story. He's been kind of reintroduced in the show and has been kind of in the background for a lot of the plot so far. But we finally have one that's about him, and in order to do that, we bring back Core. Now, we've had the episode before where we have shown Dax's interest in Klingon culture and friendship with Kor, Koloth, and Kang. And so Kor returns this time with tall tales and having too much to drink and quarks. And Worf is reluctant to meet him because of his dishonor. Now, Kor has come into possession of a relic that would indicate where the location of the Sword of Kahless is. Now, Kahless was the founder of the Klingon Empire some 1,500 years ago, and in a previous episode, they were able to find some DNA remnants of him, clone him, and put him up as emperor. It was first a ruse for the House of Duras to legitimize itself, but at the same time, the new Kahless was really unaware of all the skullduggery and was as close to the actual Kahless as you're going to get. And so they put him as emperor, kind of a symbolic position, whereas the government of Kronos and the Klingon Empire continues as the same. However, this Sword of Kahless, by the thoughts of Kor, would be something that could reunite the Empire. Now, Dax introduces Worf to Kor, and they decide to set off on this quest to find the sword. And that's mostly what this is about. But of course, it couldn't be that straightforward. Obviously, someone else has gotten the idea that they are looking for this sword and is out to beat them to it. And that's where the drama comes in. Also, what are we actually going to do with this sword once we get it? This becomes a matter of disagreement between Worf and Kor as to who has the purer heart to present this to the Emperor or do something better with it. And so that's where most of this goes, with Dax kind of in the middle. Nevertheless, we see a more Worf-centered episode than we've seen in many a day. I mean, certainly not on Deep Space Nine, and even on Next Generation, Worf had some things that would reveal his past, but not really talk about his personality so much. And so this was an interesting way to do just that. And as I've said on many occasions, Michael Dorn is my favorite Trek actor of all time. He's magnificent in how he brings this character to life. And meeting him without the makeup seemed kind of odd. Honestly, he's a very soft-spoken individual, really. But nevertheless, I think that this was a good insert into the story of Deep Space Nine. It does not have anything to do with the story arc of the Dominion or the war that's to be had with them anytime soon, but just a little romp, if you will, to give us a little bit of extra definition to Worf and a relationship that will eventually take place with Jadzia. So it's an interesting show and one that I recommend. Okay, we have the part 2 of the finale of Lower Decks coming up. We'll have that out on Friday, and then we're going to take a little time off for Christmas week, and we will have the Doctor Who special, which will be on Christmas Day. Christmas Eve, there will be another Doctor Who special, but it will be a restored second Doctor adventure. It's the one where the second Doctor at the end regenerates into the third. It's been colorized and condensed from a 6 or 7 or 8 part adventure to about 90 minutes. So we'll lose some of the filler material on there, but it'll be something to see. And that's Christmas Eve. We won't review that, but we will review the Christmas Day adventure with Ncuti Gatwa and called Joy to the World. Also, that's going to be the latest new Doctor Who, and that will be reviewed right after Christmas. And then we'll be taking a week off between Christmas and New Year and be back after about the 7th. So, with all of that said, too much said actually, we bid you a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you before the New Year. Till then, don't go far.